This is the fabric car, the Valorax 16/350. Not many people, di lahat ng mga Pilipino may alam nito, pero at least may idea na kayo kung na pwede kayo gumawa ng kotse base sa tela. This is fabric, leather fabric, whatever, but that's besides the point. Kaya kayo mga Pilipino, magaling kayo mag-imbento, tapos magaling tayo tumahi. Ayan. Although this is based on a motorcycle engine, street legal pa rin, as usual, as you can see. So it has a 344cc 16 horsepower parallel twin two-stroke. So according sa Pilipinas, in that stupid motorcycle minimum displacement law in the Philippines, this is not allowed on tollways because it has only 360 cc's. Stupid. So at least there's an idea for you guys, sa mga kababayan dyan. There you go. Gumawa kayo ng kotse na gawa sa tela, since magaling tayo sa tahian ng whatever. Tapos mayroon pa isa pa, oh. Lapin. This is the Lapin Agile or Agile. Lapin, just one more letter, it's like Lapid already. But this looks weird though. See, it's also based on a textile too. So, and then there's crocodile skin right here, kind of tacky in my opinion. But there you go. So it's a 1999. Wow. So it's made here in the US with a 323 cubic inch 92 horsepower engine. It's pretty weird. There you go. It's a bare chassis. Oh, sa mga kababayan natin, yan. Magaling tayo gumawa ng kaha. Tapos gawa kayo ng sports car. Ayan ang itsura niya. The Lapin Agile. Lapid na lang. But look at that. Projector headlights. None of the most cars in the Philippines have projector headlights, or in the US then. Tingnan mo. Even the wheel covers are textile. Look at that. That's good because it's if the car is dirty, you can just put in a washer. Sa mga Pilipino, pwede mo ilaba pag dumumi yung kotse. Wow. The Lapin Agile. This is the Saab Sonnet 3. So basically, this is the third iteration of Saab's attempt of making a dedicated sports car. Well, sporty car, because this is not fast at all. As you can see, I like the lime green here. And it has only a 1.7 liter V4. So it's a V4, has 65 horsepower. And this is so 70s. It has that interior right there. See, Saab is proud with their Sonnet 3 badge in the middle. Let me go to the other side. I mean, this is a significant car for Saab back in the day, even though it was a money loser or something like that. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And let me just, there you go, there's the interior. I just adore cars that attempt to build a car like this. That's up. Let's check the rear. It is smaller than I imagined. Of course, all Saab Sonnet series are tiny. This is the largest of all the three versions of the Saab Sonnet or Saab Sonnet. And it's also street legal. So there you go. This is the American version though. So it has that regulation rear bumper, the regulation rear corner lights that is standard in the US models. It's also a hatchback, which is nice. I like that. I like that detail right there. It has that structural bracing right there. That's so race car. Race car. See, it has that gigantic front bumpers. The 1973 regulated bumpers, and then of course those corner lights, the safety corner lights. Yeah, also my first time seeing this car this close. I mean, very very good, very very nice, and it looks nice. I like it, but not. It doesn't have the go to back it up. Alrighty, too many cars to see, not enough time to look, but I'm not gonna give up. So I've just finished that Saab right there. So I'm not gonna cover some cars that are not particularly within my dictionary, but I'm gonna cover that. This is the Renault 5 Turbo 2. Sa mga Pilipino out there, di nyo kilala masyado tong kotse na to. Kasi ito, ano to, medyo may pagka insane to. Insane kotse to. Kasi, akala mo, mukha siyang Kia Pride. Mukha hatchback. Pero walang makina sa harap. Nasa likod ang makina niya. To our American viewers, they're more familiar, you guys are more familiar with the Renault 5 Turbo 2. Pero sa mga Pilipino out there, di nila kilala itong kotse na to. Kasi, lumabas lang Renault sa Pilipinas, mga 30 minutes lang. Tapos umalis na sila. So this is the legendary, this is a legendary track and rally car back in its day. Kaya ilalagay ko rin to sa manga na gusto ko gawin one day. Kaya tingnan mo yung loob, napaka 80s, orange lettering yung gauge niya, very French. Two-seater siya. Ayan o, tingnan mo, may roll cage pa. Yun yung makina. Ang makina niya is 1.4 liter 4-cylinder turbo. So, ayan siya. Kita mo, wide body for airflow on the vehicle. Tapos street legal siya sa States. Of course, legal na to sa States na dalhin. Pero paunti-unti na to nagiging bihira. Little by little, this car is getting rarer and rarer every day. And their prices are going up and up and up. So, whenever I see a Turbo 2 like this is so 80s and I love it. It looks like a Macross and Gundam because of its boxy flaring and everything. And of course it has some F1 roots too, the Renault Elf. So there you go. There's a sticker right here, Renault F, although it's not centered, but it's okay. Man, this is, if I'm gonna translate this car to a modern equivalent, the most recent car that Renault offers, this, I don't know if the museum has it, it's the Clio V6. They tried to do a race series. They did a race series on it, but they never competed mainstream. But oh well. But this Renault 2 has more pedigree compared to the Clio V6, simply because this was in the WRC circuit. This was also in the touring car circuit. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm whatever. But yeah, pretty significant car, in my opinion. All right. Before the craze of the Honda Civics, the Honda Cities, or any Japanese hot hatches, this, along with the Volkswagen Golf GTI, this Peugeot 205 GTI is one of the hot hatches or hot hatch pioneers in the world, because Peugeot, along with Renault, are here, and of course Volkswagen too. They pioneered this genre, basically. The GTI didn't show up till the late 70s, and then of course the Civics, the Cities, they come in till the late 80s. So this is like the chapter 1 in the hot hatch field. This is the Peugeot 205 GTI. This is the 1.6 version. There's a 1.9 too. For some reason in the description they didn't put the Peugeot 205, but it's still a GTI. And there's a rad seal of approval. This car has been legendary in multi-genre racing, from rally, from gymkhana, from circuit racing, but it's more well known as a rally car or some small tracks, small racetracks out there, and it's just a treat for me to see a French market 205 GTI. Look at that. That's so cute. I love the taillights. It has amber, it has red, and reverse, and this is the fog light. Yep, it has, I think the right side is not functional, but yet the left side is functional. And it also carries the original French plates in it, of course with the US. As you can see the difference between the US plates and the European plates. The US and Japanese plates are a little bit taller, yet the Euro is a little wider. And here you go, let me show you the interior. Sa Pilipinas, we never got this. Because back in the Philippines, back in its day, all we got is some low-spec Corollas and box-type Lancers. But this one can blow all of those equivalent cars away. Well, except the GSR Lancer 2.0, of course. So this is the first version. This is the pre-updated version, the 1.6. They also came with the 1.9. And this model has a rare manual moonroof. See? There's some railings right there. That's so 80s. And I also like this design where the moonroof or sunroof pops out. Instead, it slides in. I don't know. It doesn't sacrifice the headroom at the back. But yeah, before the Civics, doesn't matter if it's a Civic SI, SIR, Type R, this came first. So there you go, the Peugeot 205 GTI. How often do you see a tiny car that is four-wheel drive that is not hardcore like the Jimny? There you go, not as hardcore as the Jimny, yet it goes along with, not the Laras either. The Laras are hardcore too. They're like Jimny territory. This is like slotted in between the, let's say, Subarus, the Subaru Leons, or the Vivios. Oh no, the Vivio is more road-oriented all-wheel drive. But the Subaru Leons, the Corolla, Tercel All-Trax, and the sorts. But this is a perfect blend of economy car, yet rugged at the same time. This is the legendary Fiat Panda 4x4. As you can see, it's a British spec. As you can see, the British license plates is one of my favorites anyway. But let's look at it. Look at the description first. This is a 1987 model. Sure, in some markets like in South America and some parts in Europe, they sell the Panda, but it's not the same anymore. It's more of a crossover mess right now. But this one is peak simplicity. Look at that. One wiper. Then look at that. Simple. Fabric top that slides out or pops out or whatever. Look at that. Right-hand drive, baby. See, it's British spec, so it has miles per hour. Look at that, 4x4. And it has that optional tow package. Look at that. In the Philippines, tayo mga Pinoy, we never got this. We got the more mainstream Fiat Uno, but that didn't last long. It only lasted for 2 hours, and Fiat never showed up in the Philippines again. But in my opinion, Fiat needs to come back to the Philippines. Although, sure, they have a very shaky reliability, but still, we at least porma, man, European car, diba? So it has that Tennessee plates, the U.S. standardized or America standardized, North America and Central America standardized license plate, and the European size license plate. But this is the British part. In Britain, for those who don't know, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, mga license plate nila sa likod, dilaw. Their license plate at the back is yellow, but on the front it's either black and white. It can be inverted, depends on a classic car. So this is tire push. This one has a tire push four-wheel drive system. They're well known in hardcore 4x4s, but they put it in this eco car, economy car. See, just like the way it is, it has. Oh, there's the transfer case right there. It's a manual transmission. So, yep, miles per hour with kilometers sprinkled in there. Two side mirrors, manually operated, or should I call it in Philippines, pawis mirrors, pawis windows, crank up windows. And then I don't know if this one has power steering, but I bet it might have it, but not so sure. But this is one of the most iconic Fiats ever made, along with the Fiat 500, of course, the Abarth models, and the sports spiders or whatever. But I just like the design of the Panda. Actually, Gran Turismo 4, they have this in the two-wheel drive version, but this is the ready to rumble 4x4. So there you go.